everybody, I hope you're all well. So I've been gone for a while. I had a mental breakdown. It's a long story, I'll explain it in another video. The video I'm going to be filming is nervous. I never film nervous film videos ever, but this one is something which I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time, and I think it is a very, very serious issue which I feel like not a lot of people address, and that is the Instagram models that aren't really real. I know that this is going to come across as a bashing video, and I genuinely don't want it to come across as that. I'm mainly making this video for all of the girls and women who compare themselves and put themselves down because of these Instagram models, which I know isn't their intention, that have had surgery without disclaiming, smooth and Facetune and Photoshop their pictures to absolute shit. Again, don't disclaim it. And people think that they're real people when it is just a picture. And I wanna break it all down really. And I just want this to try and make people feel better, and you guys will know when you get into the video, this isn't me bashing the girls. I don't think the girls are doing anything inherently awful. A lot of the time I don't really think they know what they're doing, but really I just want this to help anyone who compares themselves to these Instagram models, because it's a fucking epidemic. Like, I did it until I unfollowed all of them, but it is a serious issue, and it's a shame. I know so many girls in my personal life and so many girls online that are beautiful, and they compare themselves to pictures, and we don't know what has been done to these pictures. Do you know what I mean? Alright, I'm gonna get on with it. I've split this video into sections. I wrote notes. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get onto it. Oh my god, I'm getting like nervous because like I've got so much stuff to go through. I'm getting a bit overwhelmed. So the first thing I'm going to be addressing with Instagram models is I'm just going to be addressing the whole Facetune good angles aspect of it. We are all guilty of using Facetune. I use Facetune, smooth under the eye, just make myself look a little bit better because sometimes I look crusty as hell, and I've literally used Facetune to make my head smaller because I have such a fucking big head. It also put in the caption, had to Facetune my fat ass head, lol. A lot of people who follow these models think that's what they actually look like when they don't. There's this account called @beautyfalse. I'd really recommend having a little check out. They do a lot of research into what they do, and they're actually not a bashing page at all. They actually are really, really positive, which is really, really nice, because a lot of these pages that do try to expose these Instagram models are actually quite negative, and I don't really think that's a good way of going about it. But basically they post pictures that the actual Instagram models have posted, and then they post pictures of them out and about, maybe like photo shoots that they've done for other companies, and basically compare the two. So I'm gonna get up some now, pop them on the screen, and we'll just have a sort of little go through. Okay, so the first one I have here is Tammy Hembrow, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's an Australian fitness model. She's very famous. She has cute kids, like super famous. And in the first picture, she has this teeny tiny little side profile, like literally like this, and then it has an amazingly huge ass, a ridiculously flat and toned stomach. Like, this is like morning skinny vibes. It doesn't look real. Like, I don't want to sound like a bitch, but no one, you rarely, I've never seen someone in real life ever that has that teeny tiny little waist, super flat stomach, so like on the side like this big, and then a huge bum. Like, never ever in my 20 years of living on this earth. Next one is her at a meetup, and her body just looks like a normal body. She still looks great. Her stomach looks super toned, but as you can see, that side profile is an actual normal size. Her bum looks great again, but it's normal size. It's in proportion with each other, whilst the other picture is not in proportion at all. And I think that she looks great in the second one, and I know it's just an angle, and I know that she probably thinks, oh, people are gonna know it's an angle, but a lot of people don't know that it's just a good angle. Another person is Kristen Hancher. She is an Instagram model, I believe, and she she looks like a dolly in the first photo. Her skin is ridiculously smooth. It's really beautiful. Her skin is ridiculously smooth. Her eyes are so white. She looks amazing, really. She looks absolutely amazing. Then the second one, okay, I have to admit, they did just get a really, really bad angle of her. But when you look at the other pictures of her sort of just going about her day-to-day life, again, she looks super pretty, but she looks like a normal person. Her skin has texture. Can you believe it? Everyone's skin has texture, and I think she looks great either way. There's another picture of her where her waist looks really diddy and her hips look really big, and then there's a picture which she posted on probably an Instagram story where it's more straight up and down. Again, I think she looks great in both, but the second one actually looks like a real body. And then we have the Australian model Sahara Ray. In this picture, snatched jawline, her nose is all cute and pointy, and like, again, she looks stunning. And then the second one, and this could just be a bad angle, but her face is a lot rounder. Again, she looks like just a normal person. I think she looks prettier in the second photo. I don't know about you, but I think round faces are like adorable. So I actually prefer the second picture because I love someone that has a really cute round face. I think it looks really nice. And then this one with her body. Her bum looks super perky, super smooth. And then in the second one, her bum looks like just a normal bum, like a bum which is in proportion with the rest of her body because she is very petite, very slender. Again, I think she looks great in both, but when you compare, like, I remember when I found this page, when you're constantly comparing yourselves to these Instagram models and you see this, it sounds bad, it makes you feel so much better because you're just like, oh, they are real people. They do actually look like normal people. Looking at this page made me feel so much better, and I really don't think it should be that way. There's someone called Sophia Garza. Again, I think she's an Instagram model. In the first picture, she, again, similar to Kristen, looks like an absolute dolly, like looks like just stunning, like completely snatched. And then the second picture is her in an event, and she looks beautiful. I actually think she looks really, really sexy in the second picture. Again, looks like a normal person, like someone where it's like, if you saw a picture of her, you'd be like, wow, she's beautiful, but she also isn't completely out of the norm beautiful. You're like, oh my god, how can someone look like this? And again, another picture, her eyes look absolutely huge. And in the second picture, again, she looks beautiful, but she looks like a normal person, like her face is in proportion and everything. And anyway, then the last person I'm going to talk about is Alexis Ren. She is a very famous Instagrammer. I remember her back from like 2015. She's one of those like travel ones, like Cody Co's talking about it, like the fart content. Fucking blue ass water, hot girl. Yeah, so in the first picture, again, her body looks amazingly toned, absolutely tiny. And then in the second picture, her body again looks really toned, really slender, but normal, like a realistic toned and slender. And I think that she looks nice. And again, in the other picture, her bum looks like really perky, cute, and in the second one her bum looks, again, like it looks like a nice bum, because obviously for the size she is, her bum can't be like huge, but she does have a really, really nice bum in the second one. That's sort of the general sort of good angles thing, the Facetune thing, and the fact that my whole moral from this is that I am not trying to bash these people and say like they're ugly without Facetune. I'm not trying to say that, like I literally just kissed their ass for the last 5 minutes. But I think that even though they don't necessarily owe it to us, they owe fuck all really. I think that they must know that they have a very large following of mainly girls and women, and a lot of young girls, and when you're a young girl you're a lot more susceptible and just vulnerable to things like being insecure. And I definitely think this whole Instagram model epidemic has not helped anyone, and girls will compare themselves to pictures that are airbrushed and really ridiculously good angles, and the only thing you see from these Instagram models are good angles and Facetune and airbrushing. So that's what you think that they actually look like, when they don't actually look like that. Like sure, they do look a little bit like it, but in real life they just look like normal people. Again, beautiful people, but normal people. Like they don't look like a walking piece of plastic surgery. Like, they look lovely in real life, but they look like, oh, that's a beautiful girl, not like, oh my god, how is someone's waist that tiny and their bum's that big? Like, oh my god. And again, there is nothing wrong with Facetune and good angles, we all do it, but I think that they should at least disclaim, just for the sake and the well-being of their followers, I think they should at least disclaim like, hey, by the way guys, my Instagram is literally full of good angles and I Facetune every now and again, but I am a normal person at the end of the day. I don't look so much like my pictures. Like, I think that people literally think that's what they look like, and especially because I feel like there's a very big difference between an Instagram model and a celebrity. I feel like when people look at a celebrity, they see something so out of reach and so glamorous that they think like, yeah, of course they're not gonna look like a real person, they're a celebrity. But whilst with Instagram models, similar to YouTubers, people see it more as a person, like an actual person like me and you find them more relatable. So therefore you are more likely to compare yourself to someone that you relate to more. I just think that some of them do take it to the extreme. I think some of them take the Facetune to the extreme where they literally look like dolls in their pictures, and I just think for the sake of their followers they should at least tone it down a little bit. Like, it just, sorry, I have a cold, it just makes me sad. Like, I really wish that I hope that this video helps at least one person who compares themselves to these Instagram models, because I'm fed up of seeing people in my real life compare themselves and put themselves down when they are absolutely beautiful. And yeah, no, it just makes me sad, it makes me emotional. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is undisclosed, I think that's the word. I left school 2 years ago, let me off. Undisclosed surgery, filler, etc, etc, etc. The most guilty people of this are the Kardashians. It is so obvious that the Kardashians have had so much work done. Not like by the way, I forgot to say when I started, I don't think that there is anything wrong with getting surgery, getting filler. If you've got the money for it, do whatever you want. I've had filler, I think everyone's had filler. I just spat everywhere. And I don't see anything wrong with it as long as you disclose it, because at the end of the day, filler, it's enhancing your features, it's changing your features, and people think that these celebrities and Instagram models have had glow ups when really they've just made loads of money and been able to spend it on filler. Like, sods not sods, that's true. But yeah, I'm gonna bring myself into this, talking about myself, what a shock. I look the way I look because everything about me is literally fake. Like, I feel like everything about me is fake. Like, I feel like I am queen catfish when it comes to makeup, especially. I think the makeup that I do suits my face, and I feel like it changes my face so much. And also, I've had my lips done, I bleached my hair, I have extensions, is that it? I'm trying to remember. If I hadn't have had my lips done, been able to bleach my hair, been able to get extensions, etc, 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 I feel like I'm quite good at makeup on myself, been as good at makeup on myself as I am, I would not look like this. I am sick to fucking death of celebrities and Instagram models not disclosing when they have had work done. I don't think I don't think they realise the damage that they are doing to people when they don't disclose it and they just say, oh, I grew into my face, oh, it's all natural, oh, I got it from my mom. Really fucking angers me, because people will be like, people who are what, 17, 18, 16, 15, who have just hit puberty and they don't look like this because they haven't pumped their face full of fucking filler. So I'm trying not to come across as aggressive, because it really boils my blood when people don't disclose when they've had work done, because people believe it. People believe that these girls haven't had work done even though it's so fucking obvious. It boils my fucking blood because people end up hitting puberty, not looking like this, and then fucking putting themselves down, leading to a whole load of mental issues. Like, I'm not thinking that they're beautiful, because I've been there before, them thinking they're not beautiful because they don't look like all these girls, when really they've just paid to look like that. Like, I have paid to look like this. I have paid to have my hair done, to get my lips done. I have put a load of makeup on my face. Like, at the end of the day, looking like this costs me money, and I will disclose that because people can look at my old videos anyway and see that I look completely different. I want to disclose that because I want people to know that this is not some sort of natural like miracle from nature. Like, I was so blessed, and like when you're surrounded by Instagram models that say, oh, it's natural, you're like, why the fuck don't I naturally look like that? There are a few Instagram models who allegedly have had their bums done and said that it's natural, it's from working out, or they were just born with a big bum, etc, etc. I'm not going to go into that side of it because I am not knowledgeable enough to know when someone has had their bum done. So like, apparently Summer Rae and Sierra Sky have had implants and have said that it's their real bum. I'm not going to go into that part because I do not know enough, but I will link the Instagram account here. It lists the reasons why they think they have had their bum done. I'm not going to go into this video because I think it is just a little bit too controversial, and I don't want to accuse people of something which I don't know for sure they've lied about. But I found 2 Instagram models. Again, update me if they have finally disclosed it, who have said that they haven't had lip fillers when they have. The first one is from someone called Delilah Bell. I believe she's an Instagram model, and Jay Alvarez, this is all allegedly, by the way, I don't know if this shit's real. This is from the account Exposing Celeb Surgery. Jay Alvarez commented on it, how did you get your lips like that? And she replied, got it from my mama. When, if you can see the pictures compared, they were done with fillers. And then another person called Kelsey, I don't know what her last name is, again from the same account Exposing Celeb Surgery. I don't believe she's ever said I've never had lip fillers, but her fans always say that she hasn't had lip fillers when you can see in the pictures that she obviously has. Again, there is nothing wrong with getting filler done. I really don't understand this whole taboo around getting filler done. Like, if it makes you look better, it makes you look better. Like, hello, I literally had no top lip before and I look great. I have finished with the talking part of it, and I do really want to try and get my point across as best as I can. So what I'm going to be doing is I am going to try and turn myself, moi, to an Instagram model. I'm gonna try and take a picture, face tune it to absolute fuck, further prove to you guys that pictures don't necessarily mean it's real. I'm actually gonna take some selfies. The lighting is absolutely crap today because the weather is horrible, so I'm gonna just take some photos in front of my studio light, and I hate taking photos in front of my studio light because I literally look horrible.
You know that this is just the truth behind it. I don't really know where I'm gonna go. I don't really know where I'm gonna go. I'ma write this flow and soon you know the truth inside of you. You'll find it. No, I'm not lying. I'm justifying.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do really hope that it helped at least one person out there because I am very passionate about this. But yeah, and I'm not saying all Instagram models are bad. Both Olivia and Alex from Love Island, who are constantly talking about how good angles and Facetune is what Instagram is and how Instagram isn't actually reality. So I will link their Instagrams below, and please put in the comments if there are any other Instagram models who, or Instagram famous people who do the same. I think it's all good to spread positivity here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, subscribe. I'm doing a new uploading schedule, so uploads should be a lot more frequent. So yeah, goodbye. Mwah.